Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here with the pregame report between the Edmonton Oilers and the St. Louis Blues. Edmonton is coming off of a 4-3 loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs on Saturday, and the St. Louis Blues, they are desperate to keep pace in the wildcard race in the Western Conference. And for St. Louis, this is going to be a tough matchup, obviously, because the Oilers, they're one of the best teams in the NHL. They're tied for first in the Pacific Division. However, the Oilers do have a game in hand on the Vegas Golden Knights, and it seems like ever since Edmonton caught Vegas for first in the Pacific, nobody in the Pacific Division wants to win anymore. The Oilers, Golden Knights, and LA Kings, they're all kind of struggling to maintain that type of pace. And for Edmonton, they're looking to get back on track. Hopefully, a lot of that flu bug that's been going around their room starts to be diminished, and they're able to come out and fly against the Blues. However, I will say St. Louis is a tough team. They always play Edmonton hard, and this is one of those teams where the Oilers really do struggle to beat in especially regulation. The Oilers did beat St. Louis earlier this season at Rogers Place. So second matchup of the year, we'll see if Edmonton is able to do the same thing, win another game, get themselves a little bit ahead of Vegas with that game in hand, and get back on track here. There's only 3 games left, including tonight, before the Four Nations. So for Edmonton, they have to find a way to start winning games and start scoring some goals very quickly here. You want to go out into this break on a high. You want to feel good about your game before you're off for 2 weeks. So if you end up enjoying this pregame report, make sure to smash the like button. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel as we are climbing our way to 5,000 subscribers, which is just incredible. We've been doing this for just over a year. So all of your support means the world to me. So thank you all so much. As always, please let me know your player to watch and your score prediction in the comments section below. And let's discuss the projected lineup for the Oilers and Blues. Now, this is being recorded before the official lineups are posted. So if something looks a little bit different by the time puck drops, that's not on me. This was the projected lines at practice yesterday, and I did a video on it. So if you ended up missing that, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Top line, they are loading Connor McDavid with Leon Draisaitl and Corey Perry. Now, I think they're doing this because I don't think Connor McDavid is 100% yet, and I actually think it's just to insulate him. That way you're not completely spreading yourself too thin with players that are healthy versus not healthy. Or they could be loading them up just because the Oilers are struggling to score and they're just trying to look for an offensive push, some sort of offensive explosion. However, Draisaitl and McDavid haven't really been as offensively I would say noticeable over the last few games. I think they're on a bit of a PDO low right now. They've gone cold, I will say. The whole team has kind of gone cold when it comes to their shooting percentage, so I would imagine that it is due to tick back up very shortly, but they also need to make sure that they're not playing from behind right from the get-go. I don't know what the stat is. Someone's going to have to find this for me. But the Oilers seem to get down a goal within the first 5 shots against every single game. It seems like they give up a goal within the first 5 shots. And it doesn't really matter if it's Calvin Pickard or Stuart Skinner in the net. Obviously, Skinner plays more than Pickard does, so Skinner happens to be in the net a lot more often. But I do find it doesn't matter which goalie is playing. Edmonton does find a way to give up a goal within the first 5 or 6, 7 minutes and within the first 3, 4, or 5 shots on net. It's got to be ranked somewhere near the bottom of the NHL. So the Oilers, they have to make sure that not only do they get the first goal, but they keep building and push and push. That game against Detroit last week, they were up 2-0. They had a couple power plays to really hammer Detroit away and just completely prevent them from getting into the game, and they were unable to do so. And then, of course, against Toronto capitalized on 2 power plays. The Oilers did not. Edmonton's power play, it's running cold. They've got to find something, and especially Evan Bouchard, too. Evan Bouchard, I didn't realize he has 0 power play goals on the season, which is a bit surprising because he still has 9 goals on the year and 40 points. But anyways, I digress. Corey Perry will round out that top line. Perry, of course, has 10 goals this season. I think he's at 19 points now. He's a +9 rating. He's a very smart, savvy vet, very smooth hands. I understand why he's on the top line. Do I want him up there permanently? Absolutely not. But I understand why he's up there in terms of the forecheck, keeping plays alive, and being a net front presence for Draisaitl and McDavid. Victor Arvidsson, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Zach Hyman will be your second line. Now, Zach Hyman did score against Toronto, but in terms of his play, I think they're looking for a little bit more from him. Nugent-Hopkins, we've been asking for a little bit more 5-on-5 all season long. Victor Arvidsson, he hasn't really completely found his game yet. I wouldn't say I'm losing patience with Arvidsson, but it's definitely time to step up. You know, he's making $4 million this season. It's time to step up, time to prove why he's worth that money, and time to show why the Oilers sought him as a free agent with his play on previous teams, Nashville and LA. Arvidsson has been an effective player throughout his career when he's healthy. We need Arvidsson to start producing. On the third line, we'll have Jeff Skinner with Adam Henrique and Kasperi Kapanen. I thought that was Edmonton's best line against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hopefully they're able to continue that momentum and pot a goal or two, especially for Jeff Skinner. He's someone that obviously has been in and out of the lineup, doesn't seem to have total trust from the coaching staff. So for Jeff Skinner, I would love to see him bury one. And then the fourth line, Vasily Podkolzin with Matthias Janmark and Connor Brown. Now Janmark's centering that fourth line, and it looks like they're keeping Noah Philp out just a little bit longer. Noah Philp was struggling just a little bit on that fourth line in terms of taking his defensive zone draws, his responsibilities. He didn't look 100% comfortable, so I think it's okay to keep him out of the lineup for a little bit longer. I imagine he may get in tomorrow against Chicago, first of a back-to-back. On defense, Mattias Ekholm, he'll drop back into the lineup after being sick against Toronto. He did not play, so that is a huge boost to Edmonton's defensive group. He'll play alongside Evan Bouchard. Darnell Nurse will play with Troy Stecher, Brett Kulak with Ty Emberson, and John Klingberg. He was the 7th D in practice. I am wondering if he will get into the lineup. We'll have to see. If he doesn't play today, he'll likely play tomorrow and vice versa. And in goal, I imagine Stuart Skinner does get the start. Now let's head into the game day predictions and stats. The St. Louis Blues this season, they are 24, 25, and 4. Ever since Jim Montgomery took over that team, they have played much, much better in terms of their on-ice metrics. But again, that's a team that is running a little bit cold. They're still young. They're still figuring things out. Their offense isn't always there, but this is going to be a very tough matchup for Edmonton. They are 4-6-0 in their last 10 games. Expected goals for in all situations. The Blues rank 22nd, 48.80%. St. Louis's power play ranks 25th at 18.2%. Their penalty kill is even worse at 71.8%, which ranks 29th. So if you're the Oilers and you get a power play against the Blues, please capitalize. Make them pay for taking a penalty. St. Louis only scores 2.68 goals per game, which ranks 27th. They give up 3.02 goals per game, which ranks 17th. Corsi 4 ranks 23rd, 48.59%, and shots for percentage also ranks 23rd at 48.59%. That is from Natural Stat Trick at 5-on-5. I thought it was interesting that stat is literally the exact same. So if you want to, double check, you can go on Natural Stat Trick yourself. Very interesting stat for St. Louis in terms of their shot metrics. Now, looking over on the Edmonton Oilers side, they are 32-16-4, 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. They've lost 2 in a row here. Expected goals for in all situations ranks first in the NHL now, 55.67%. Seems like when the Oilers dominate more at 5-on-5 and in all situations, their expected goals for when it's very, very high, they seem to struggle at putting the puck in the net. Very interesting, but I do look at the analytics here, and they are trending to a game where they are due to break out offensively. Will it be tonight? Well, we'll find out before I get into the score prediction here. Edmonton's power play ranks 8th at 24%. Their penalty kill, 76.7%, which ranks 23rd. It did give up a couple goals to the Leafs, so they're going to have to clean that up. And Stuart Skinner's going to have to clean up his rebound control as well. Goals for per game ranks 6th, 3.29. Goals against per game ranks 7th at 2.71. Corsi 4 ranks 3rd, 54.31%. And shots for percentage ranks 2nd in the league, 54.99%. Now, my players to watch, we've got Dylan Holloway on the St. Louis Blues. He is second in scoring on St. Louis with 38 points. And Connor Brown is my player to watch for the Edmonton Oilers. He has 1 point in his last 13 games, but he is still somehow 5th on the team in scoring in terms of their forward group. Don't ask how, don't ask why. Connor Brown, looking for a big game from him. I know he's on the 4th line, but we do need to start seeing some production, so I'm hoping he has a big game tonight. Now, what's my score prediction going to be? This is a tough one because St. Louis, like I said, they always play Edmonton really tough. The Oilers, they're struggling at putting the puck in the net. So are the Blues. I have a feeling both teams are going to try and open things up. Both teams want to score some goals. But in terms of my confidence in the Oilers right now, I still don't think they're 100% over that flu bug, and St. Louis is one of those teams that the Oilers struggle with historically. So I am unfortunately going to say 5-4 Blues in regulation. I obviously hope I'm wrong, and this is not me wanting the Oilers to lose. I'm just trying to be a little bit realistic with this prediction and just the way both teams have been trending. It's going to be a tough game. I hope Edmonton completely proves me wrong here. It makes me look like a dumb doo-doo head by the post-game fan reaction. If you enjoyed today's pregame report, like I mentioned, make sure to smash the like button, and I truly appreciate it. Your support means the world. Make sure to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And as always, let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below, your game day predictions, your players to watch, all that good stuff. And if there's anything that I didn't talk about, if I missed anything that you think I want to address or should address for the post-game reaction, give me that feedback. I read all of your comments all the time, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Oil Country. Tell someone that you love them before the game tonight. And as always, fight like a kid, fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers.